A ding a ding ding, a ding a ding ding, a ding a ding ding, a ding a ding ding. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Tuesday, November 22nd. Good morning, everyone, or whatever time of day it is for you. Tom, aka Nostradamus. Ding 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 ding. The market is open. I'm a little bit late. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Oh, a little bit late. Got some bad news. It's not good. It's not good. Anyway, that's what people are telling me. I haven't fully put my thoughts down on this. I think it's getting blown out of proportion a little. Anyway, we'll take a look at that. We're going to take a look at the markets. I think the markets are up. Bitcoin, Big Dick, SETI, Chad Knight, Chad Knight 1962, Fortnite calling the bottom end again. Capo says the hammer's still coming. I'm ready for either. Although I much more think the bottom ain't in. I really don't. Including one of those reasons is a thing we're going to look at today. I think it's going to play out differently the more I think about it. But I still think it involves more capitulation. Apparently, there's like a stay of execution with Genesis. Is the word on the street. They're not bankrupt yet. I think they're still trying to get funding. The real issue is what's going to happen to the GBTC, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and I would imagine they got some other trusts, but the Bitcoin one's the major one. I don't really think, personally, what the hell do I know? I don't really think the Bitcoin Trust is any real risk. Probably, like I don't think those. I did a tweet. I retweeted a bro yesterday. Everyone's telling me that there's no real risk there, but I've been told a lot of things lately that have turned to be flat out lies. So I'm glad I remember that. I want to go back and look at that tweet. That tweet. All right, so we'll take a quick look at the markets. We're going to take a look at what's not good. We'll take a look at that tweet. We can look at other tweets. We'll take a look at what's going on in crypto. I know my plans haven't changed. I'm waiting to buy. I think we're gonna have a long time to wait. I mean, I'm getting really trigger happy. And so I'm kind of just been telling myself I need to chill the hell out. There's a lot of things flying at you. It's tough to make decisions, but at the end of the day, I think we got time. At the end of the day, I don't know that the next bull run is going to be anything spectacular. I know that's not what you want to hear, but common sense just tells me a lot of people tell people what they want to hear, and then that gets them a lot of subscribers. I tell you what you need to hear, and the first thing I'm going to tell you is I don't know. None of these mofos know. What they do know is how to tell you what you want to hear. So you'll hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. I would much rather tell you what you need to hear, and hopefully you make the right decisions and you're able to succeed in your career now or your trading journey. The way most people succeed in their trading journey, and I know, excuse me, this is beating a dead horse, but put yourself in a position to win. Don't put yourself in a position to lose. The way you do that is by having disposable income. The way you have disposable income is by investing in yourself first. There's plenty of ways. Now, unfortunately, there's plenty of people that get the raw stick or they think they get the raw stick and whatever. I'm not going to go on all that. If you're watching YouTube, you're probably in a position that even if things aren't good for you, even if you are desperate, you can have a little bit of patience, invest in yourself, and turn it around. Invest in yourself and get the skills to earn more money. Invest in yourself to get the skills to learn how to save money. Not spend so frivolously. Anyway, before Casca comes in and tells me to get off my soapbox, I'll end that there. But it is important. Having patience, you have to have patience. You don't get rich overnight. You get that aurora though, because we kind of got rich overnight. Like I got rich overnight in 2020 and 2021. And I wouldn't say that I'm poor, but I ain't rich like I used to be. I used to be like, I was, I mean, I wasn't, but I felt like I could, you know what I mean? I still but it's way down. My portfolio is probably down 90% from the top, 90%. That's not a lot of fun. So again, not a lot of fun, but I'm really really excited, and I'm really looking forward to market opportunities again going forward. Now, I don't. Common sense tells me that we're might not even see new all-time highs in the stock market for a long time. 5 years, 10 years, who the hell knows, right? Who the hell knows with the economy? Who the hell knows with this whole petrodollar, recessions? This shit can last a long time. Uh, we bounced back fairly quick in 2008, but did we bounce back too quick? Can that happen again? I don't know. Trump's running for president. Is that going to be enough? We seem to have good times under Trump. Whether that was, I do think he had a lot to play with the stock market going up for maybe bad reasons, unfortunately. But I don't want to get into that and piss off a lot of Trump people. I don't like Biden either. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, Trump did some good things. He did some really awful things. Biden has done, I think he's done some good things when it comes to like green energy. But other than that, I'm not sure what the hell Biden's done, to be honest. The government's been in a, excuse me, free fall standstill because of the recession and because of the Ukraine war and shit like that. I personally think Biden has no business being our president. Nothing against the guy. He was a great guy. Fought for our country, but he's old. And I'm not sure that he's all there. I'm relatively sure that Trump's not all there, right? So I know there's some hardcore Kool-Aid sippers when it comes to Trump. Oh, there's some hardcore Kool-Aid sippers on both sides, but I feel like they sip the Kool-Aid a little bit harder on the Republican side. And I'm middle of the road, guys. I like some things the Republicans do. I'm more of a let's find common ground. I like some of the things the Democrats do. I probably lean more Democrat just because I think the Republicans can be a little bit too radical at times. Again, I'm fully aware there's some radical mofos on the left, so calm your pants. Anyway, this is not a political channel. This is a let's make some mother money channel. So I have no idea what I'm going to say or do when I get on the mic, guys. It's a total. Anyway, let's stop talking about it and let's see what's going on in the stock market. I know this is Retro's favorite segment. I say that with heavy sarcasm. The E-mini S&P is up 9. The Nasdaq's down 32. That's a little bit weird. At the end of the day, it's basically flat. At the end of the day, this is Thanksgiving week. I think Thanksgiving week last year was really bad. I think Black Friday was, I kind of remember that being a really bad day. Let's check that on the chart. I'm not really expecting much. Capo, still expecting big things to happen this week. I hope so, man. I really do. Like, I want to get this, I want to start getting it over. And I feel like, again, Chad Knight thinks the bottom's in, and I feel like it's not. I wanna have that same confidence Chad Knight has. I mean, Chad Knight is like, what is he like? Chad Knight's never even been alive during a bear market, but he knows how to call a bottom. Actually, I take that back. He was probably being born around the dot-com crash, but I doubt he was looking at the charts as he came out the womb. Anyway, let's see, bonds. 126. Continue to go up. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? You just missed a mini. I don't even know what I would call it. I just went on a little kind of got on my soapbox. I think you missed it. Gold, 1745. Yawn. Natty gas, $7.04. Creeping up a little as it gets colder. I was wasn't really trash talking Chad Knight. It's just like he's calling bottoms and like he's never been in a bear market. He's never seen a downtick in his life. He's never seen the market trend down until like the last year. The last 12 months is the first time the kid's ever seen a downtick, and he's calling a bottom. He's calling a bottom. What the hell's wrong with this kid? Looks like crypto's up a little bit based on ADA being 31 cents on this. So we're going to get to the crypto in a second. Oil. What is oil doing? Sweet crude. The sweet crude futures /CL $80.97 back above $80. Making, you know who they're making holler. They're making the ladies holler. Silver 21.45. Jeremy Lafeve's probably doing a sigh of relief. He might be back to even on his massive 100K silver position. Talk about another guy that's down massive. His portfolio has to be down huge. That's okay though. That's okay. He's got the Discord that you can join for $1,000, and then if you pay him a whole lot more, he'll start giving you customized. I'm not saying it's a scam, but you could come over here and get it all for $3.90 free. You come over here, and I'll give you all the tools you need to be well, not financial advice. You know, I'm still really frustrated. I was watching another video by that Chris Norland guy, and he's just like going, so Andre Jick, Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, there's that other bro, I can't think of his name, but a lot of these people are being representative by the same content creator agency. And he's just like, he feels like they deserve to get sued because of FTX. And I'm just like, God damn, dude. All they did was be a paid spokesperson. Their videos are covered with this is not financial advice. And everyone's like, they should have done due diligence. How is anyone, like, if I were in that position, how would I do due diligence, right? How would I be able to dig into FTX and see that they're using customer funds, right? On the surface, they're not a publicly traded company. Like what, right? They're suing Tom Brady. They're suing the some Don Juan in the house. How you doing? Heroin for breakfast, man. You come in with the drug talk. Were you the bro yesterday talking about DMT? You might want to get checked in, bro. You might want to get checked into a clinic. I got off Norco. I've talked about this story before. They say that's as hard as getting off heroin. I mean, I don't know. I've never done heroin. Yeah, like I feel like heroin's something I want to do though when I'm on my deathbed. We'll see. I don't know. I hear great things. Here goes the algorithm shitting me down to the cellar. Tom, say heroin a few more times. Like he's a hero. He's a heroine. He's the heroine of the story. I don't think YouTube works that way. It just hears certain words and shits on you. I don't think shit's very good for the YouTube algorithm either. All right, looks like the miners are green. What's going on? Ew, Tesla. Ew. We don't want to even talk about Tesla. Jiminy Christmas. Is my money out of my... Yep, the money's out of my small account. Has it hit the bank account? Let's take a look. I bet it has. Excuse-moi. I muted most of that, but not all of it. My money, that Dirty, dirty fiat is sitting in my bank account just waiting to beep, beep, beep. Back up the truck, boys and girls. Problem is, all right, so I'm going to continue the dollar cost average, small amounts of Cardano, small amounts of Bitcoin. I've really trimmed it down to those two. Those are the only two that I'm really going to buy right now. I mean, I could change my mind, but we'll see. I'm getting really excited about Cardano. There's no doubt in my mind. There's a little doubt, but there's no doubt in my mind Cardano is going to be massive. Maybe. I think Cardano, I legitimately believe Cardano can flip Ethereum. I know it's not going to be an easy task, but I legitimately believe that Cardano's making the right moves in the governments, in the Fortune 500s, in the community, in retail, lottie dottie. I think they're going to eventually flip Ethereum, maybe Bitcoin. There's been a lot of talk whether Ethereum could flip Bitcoin because it's just a title people want to talk about, and so YouTubers will make the title, and people. I've done it. I'm not no shame. I think Ethereum can flip Bitcoin, but I don't think it can hold the flip. I said I think it can. I didn't say I think it will. There are times that I thought it will, but now I have major concerns with Ethereum after the merge and how long it's going to take them to continue on to the roadmap. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if the rubber continues to meet the road. We'll have to see if they continue to produce. If yeah, a lot of eyes and pressure have been on Cardano. Why isn't that same eyes and pressure on Ethereum? They've got a lot. They've got a lot of hard tech to implement, sharding, scalability, and so on and so forth. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I believe the Cardano team has better devs, better skilled people in the position to make this happen. Although I'm not 100% sure on that. There's been some recent news with Polkadot. If you're into Polkadot's slipping down my radar. Gavin Wood, the great Gavin, uh, you regurgitate your Gab. No, that was terrible. I'm failing misery. You Gavin, you Gavin, you regurgitate your Gavin Wood. That's so hard. I'm trying to do Boston, but for some reason I don't got my mojo. You regurgitate your Gavin Wood. There we go. That's getting a lot. You regurgitate your Gavin Wood. Gavin Wood stepped down as CEO to be like lead architect or some shit, and someone's taken over. One problem with Polkadot is they had, I think, they're affected by some of these contagions. Like Genesis has, at least I saw they had investments in Akala. I'm not really sure what that means. Akala is a parachain on Polkadot. If you don't know what a parachain is, and you hear me talk about things like UTXO and things like that, you know you're at the right channel because you're listening to someone talk about things that, sounds like they know what they're talking about. Anyway, I see 0 people viewing right now. That's a little disheartening. Retro, did you leave me? Don Juan, did you leave me? I guess I'll just end the stream and go play some Rust. I'm about to have a major meltdown. I'm sitting here pouring out my sweat and tears, and I can't get anyone to watch the goddamn channel. Retro's still here. Well, why does YouTube gotta like shit on my waffles, dude? Like YouTube heard me say heroin a few times, and they're gonna, even though there's people here, they want to just crush my soul and make it look like no one's watching. You think I'm making things up? Look at that. 0 concurrent viewers. I don't really like, I just make sure the stream's live. I don't really watch the numbers. I just look over here but then the 0. At least I know one thing. I know Retro's going to be here and I know Kurt's going to watch it, right? So at least I know I'm helping 2 of my brows, whether it's entertainment or solid advice, not financial, but just solid guidance. guidance, showing them the light, showing them the way. I've been on this earth many revolutions. I've been through a lot. I haven't been through it all. Anyone that tells you they've been through it all, immediately unsubscribe and turn off the channel because the market's constantly throwing shit at you. Anyway, let's take a quick look at crypto. Let's take a look at what's not good. And then I want to go back to that tweet. All right. So crypto, sipping on some crypto. Bitcoin back over 16,000 again. Chad Knight's calling the bottom. Yeah, this could just be another bull trap. We'll see. I'm a little bit surprised. Oh, excuse me. Bitcoin's back over 16,000, but maybe the bottom is in. Ethereum back over 1,100. Cardano 31 cents. Solana is FUCKED, boys and girls. Solana's going to zero. I've been saying it over and I have some Solana. Let's take a look. I need to send my Solana back and get rid of it. And I think I'm staking it. I don't know what the unbond period is. Fee-fi-fo fam. Fee-fi-fo fam. What's my password to Phantom? Fee-fi-fo fam. What's my password to Phantom? There we go. Dude, I don't need goddamn Solana sucks ass. Wallet, ledger. I have 24 Sol. That $285 worth. That'll buy me like 1,000 Cardano, won't it? 300. 1, 2, 3. I think that'll buy me like 1,000 Cardano, which will soon be $10,000 plus. So I think I need to. Jonathan in the house. How you doing, brother? Anyway, I need to take a look at what's going on with getting this Solana back over and deleting the wallet and forgetting I ever spent time on Solana. What a huge waste of time Solana's been. Huge waste of time of a garbage ass rug pull fraud. You know, I saw the recent CoffeeZilla video and he called him Sam Bankman fraud. Bro, I've been like, why? Now I know CoffeeZilla's watching my videos because I've been, even before I knew he was a fraud, I would just always say Sam Bankman fraud because it kind of just rolled off the tongue. Little did I know that my subconscious was telling me that he actually is a fraud. All right, Bitcoin, Matic, Atom, Cadena, Dot 525. Yee. Aptos 438. Wasn't that down in like the 2 or 3, low 3 handle at one point? 347 and 3, yeah, below 4. So it's up a little. Phantom and Near, I need to take these off my. I'm just gonna keep them here, but they can all kiss my ass. AVAX can kiss my ass. Atom $9.29. Like that gets down to like $5, $3. I mean, shit's gonna be really hitting the fan, but I might scoop up, like $1,000 or 1,000 Atom. I do have my concerns. There's a lot of things I love about Atom, but I do have my concerns, and the biggest concern would be that 20-ish% inflation rate. Quant, that's on my chart because I got bullied into it. Sandbox, 52 cents. ApeCoin, yeah. I used to be excited for ApeCoin. Now I don't really know. I mean, they make it look like they were doing some great things from Metaverse, but is that going to fizzle out? Is that shine still going to be there in the next bull run? Who knows what, like the next bull run, the next real bull run in crypto might be 2 cycles away. The next bull run in crypto might be like limp dick, like barely getting it up. Like it might start trending up. But again, Bitcoin's only ever been in a very, very strong market. if in the next 2023, and we're going to look at a chart, we're going to look at the what's not good in the title. I mean, I have some thoughts on that, but there's no guarantee. You know, a lot of people, I saw someone tweet the halving's not priced in. It might be priced in a little, but it's probably not priced in because what's priced in right now is panic and fear, right? Anyway, Gala 0.02 cents. I know that Gala and Catheon, Jonathan's faves 0.0018 on the Catheon. Arweave $9, LCX. Do we like Retro already got out of this like FOMO play, so we're gonna. How do I remove this? I think that removes it. Clayton. Wait, Fraudora? Fraudora's up 20%. Holy shit. I think it was like 0.0. Like, I don't even. 0.0003. How low was that been? I thought that was like, oh shit, this thing is pumping. What's going on with Fraudora? Another scam pump. It got all the way up to 0.003. And it's still kind of there, I think. I don't like it now. It looks like it's a 0.0. Oh, it's a 0.001. Okay, there we go. I was looking at the change, not what it's actually at. So it's still at 0.0019. It did pump all the way up. It did have a nice fat pump. I don't know what's going on with Fraudora. Some Harmony One, ex Harmony One community members are probably making up a bunch of lies to get their bags pumped up so they can dump on your face. Joking, but maybe a little bit serious. Like, for all we know, some of the big wigs in the Harmony Ones are a bunch of Sam Bankman-Frieds. Maybe, right? I don't think so, but don't trust anyone. Don't even trust me. Do not trust me. Do not trust anyone in crypto. It's all you. Sometimes we forget this is life. This is what life is. Life is, there's always someone on the other side trying to separate you from your hard earned money. There's always a counterparty to every transaction you do, whether it's talking vocally. The other side, 99% of the time, is trying to get one over on you. They're trying to separate from your money. They're trying to get into a position of superiority. They're trying to get, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to take away your job. They're trying to like, I've gone into interviews and there's like no doubt in my mind I was highly qualified for the job. The problem is like I remember at one time I went in and interviewed for this job at a hospital, and they had one person that was for Exchange, they had one person that was for Citrix, and they had another person that was for VMware, right? And I'm really good at all of them, and they didn't like that. And I go in and I'm like, and then like, they asked me, what do you think you're best at? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm pretty good at all three of them, right? I spent a lot of time on all three of them. They didn't like that, right? Either A, they didn't think they thought I was full of shit, which I doubt because I was able to answer all their questions. Or B, they're worried like, hey, this guy will come in and I might lose my job, or you know what I'm saying? So that might be a little tip. Don't be too good in a job interview, right? Like, look at the position, look at the person interviewing them, kind of size them up and see if they're like, a little feeble or whatever. Just like, don't be a threat to that person or that panel. You know what I'm saying? Just be like a little bit, just be, I don't know the art. I don't know the perfection. There's probably some YouTube people that do it, but anyway. Jonathan says, I don't think it's the bottom. I think next year we can see the bottom. I agree with Jonathan. I don't agree with SETI. I think there's very little chance the bottom's in. I talk about it and we're going to talk about another reason here in a second. But the biggest reason I don't think the bottom's in, to me, is this chart right here. I know there's a lot. Let's get rid of some of this. I think we can fall all the way down to here. I really do. And that is ugly. Ugly, boys and girls. And this is going to tie into the not good that I haven't gotten into yet. I've been waxing on about this chart before we even started crashing. I was waxing on about this chart about here, saying this looks too much like the .com crash. Is this going to happen? I was doing this before it happened. I didn't predict when it would happen. I just said I'm really scared it could happen. And guess what? That shit's happening, right? So again, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Everyone else was talking about how we're going to continue to go up, 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 up. So I don't think it's out of the question to come back down to here. All right. The last few crashes, let's see, at least, well, I will say there's some good signs here. Like the .com went well below the 200, right? Well below. And then the 2008 went well below. Since then, we stayed, and I'm talking about the green line, the 200 weekly moving average. So the .com crash tells us, and I think this is the chart that most of these market cycles, because it looks exactly like it. I don't know that the 2008 really shows the same structure. So that whole market cycle is definitely, right, definitely off this right here. I'm almost 100% convinced of that. And now, just because this happened once doesn't mean it's going to exactly play out again. Market tends to rhyme, blah, blah, blah. But it's a concern, right? Things are a lot different, but how often does this time it's different play out? We said this time it was different in crypto, and it was. Unfortunately, it was different to the other direction, right? Now Bitcoin's well below the logarithmic growth curve. It's well below rainbow charts, this and that. This time really is different. The only thing that's intact is there was a bull run after the halving, going in and after the halving. So maybe next time will be different. Maybe Bitcoin doesn't go on a bull run into the halving. Now, I do think there will be some kind of upward momentum in Bitcoin. I just don't know if it's going to be a big. I hope I'm wrong. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong. I want Bitcoin to go to 100,000, 200,000, right? I don't want to get too carried away. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Institutions are scared. I'm hearing institutions are scared, but I don't know that that's true. Like maybe low budget institutions are scared, like institutions that aren't into the billions. We got people like JP Morgan putting out their own wallet. Maybe the big boys are just trying to scare the little boys, right? The Black Rocks and the JP Morgans are trying to scare the smaller fish and the retailers to get their piece of the pie. That's more likely the case. Like JP Morgan and BlackRock and all this, $100 million investment down the drain in FTX, whatever, that's nothing to them. Because in fact, maybe that was part of their plan. Who the hell knows? We are talking about billions and trillions and potentially tens of trillions of dollars of money control in the future. And if you think you're smarter than the banks and you're listening to people like BitBoy that we're going to keep crypto in the hands of the people, you are delusional. If you think the population is smart enough, and it's not that they're not smart enough, they're just not coordinated enough to be able to handle, that taken away from them. So I will say why the overall population's going to lose. That doesn't mean you have to lose. I don't plan on losing. I plan on getting mine, right? I have a friend that has what is it? His license plate says like getting mine or something like that. Anyway, I plan on getting mine, son. All right, the feeble-minded Tom 2022. That'll be uh let's let's not dredge that up when I run for president. Let's not say, look, even as a president, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Most United States citizens are a bunch of morons. I'm kidding, but seriously. All right. I don't know. I've just been on Rampage City lately. I'm in a bad mood, guys. I've been on a bus that flipped 17 times. Um, I was cooking some dinner last night, and I saw a few ants in my kitchen, so I got to go deal with that this morning. I've never had an ant problem in this house, never. So I'm a little distraught about that. I don't want to deal with that, to be honest. It was just a few ants, so it's not that big a deal, probably. A little bit of motivation to clean up a little bit more. I've been a little bit lazy on the cleaning. Like, we need a good spit shine in the kitchen. Need a good spit shine in my bedroom. We need a good spit shine here. At least I'm on vacation, right? So I have a little bit more free time to get that shit done. Clip for future campaign fund. I think it'll get me more votes than it'll lose me. Because I'm making it sound like I'm speaking to you, that you're not part of the feeble-minded. So everyone believes that they're smart and superior, and it's everyone else. So I just have to spin it. I'm just like, oh, no, not you. Not you personally, Retro. You're not feeble-minded. It's everyone else. But in my mind, all right, I'm kidding. All right, let's talk about the bad. It is bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Anyway, this is what some YouTubers are telling me. Let me see if I can find. This is from yesterday. I don't think it's Meet Kevin that's told me. Oh, house hack. Scan for more details. I need to put my Cardano wallet in there. Oh shit. Oh, I don't think my stream died. I think my Chrome died. Oh, am I still there? A microphone. All right, I think I'm still there. A microphone. Check, check. Blah 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 blah. All right, here we go. Everyone's waiting for the Fed pivot and thinking the Fed pivot is going to take the stock market, i.e., also crypto, to all new highs. And I've seen some people talking about like, oh no 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 no, the market will rally a little bit ahead of the Fed pivot, pricing in the Fed pivot, and then afterwards the market really crashes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there was a point. So at least 1, 2, 6 times after the Fed pivots, this is what the market's done. In something like the 50s, the Fed pivoted, cut interest rates, lowered interest rates. The market fell 36%. 70s, it fell 48%. 80s, it fell 27%. .com crash, it fell 51%. I will say the charts show us there was one time in the 80s where they pivoted and it did not. So one time out of the 6, it didn't. So some people say this market isn't anything like the 80s. I don't really remember. Like, I was alive in the 80s. I just remember like Reagan, and so I'm assuming they're talking about Black Monday. I was alive, but I wasn't really like in tune with what the Fed was doing and shit like that. But apparently, well, excuse me, a lot of people will say this is more like the .com crash, which I agree with. But I don't totally agree with the thesis of what's going to play out. So after the .com crash, The market fell 51%. This is a 2008 credit crash, housing crash, fell 58%. And then 2019, there was a Fed pivot and it fell 35%. This was a V-shaped recovery. I don't know, was this during like, I mean, I think this is like kind of COVID though. I think this one isn't even really fair. Fed pivot dates. Let's see if we can get Fed pivot dates. Does this have? One thing that's different this time too is the unemployment rate. A lot of people are throwing in like their opinion, and no one knows. It's just a bunch of best guesses. Fed pivot date. Fed pivot date in history. Why the hopes for a Fed pivot could be off base. It looks like a lot of media outlets are covering this too. Historical chart. Historical Fed pivot date. I really want to see that. I don't think this one's going to let me see it because they're freaking. Here we go. So 2019, they mark as a Fed pivot date, but I don't really think that counts because this is COVID came a little bit later. So that one, you can throw that one out the window. You got the 80s, you can throw that one out the window because it didn't crash, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I say you throw this one out the window. So 5 out of 7 times, that's still not good, right? It's still not good. But the most recent one, I don't think you can count. And the big thing is, they talk about how the market will rally into a Fed pivot and then dump. But this is the .com crash. The Fed pivoted right here and then it crashed. So that would put us, and if we look at the chart that we've looked at so many times, and the thesis is there was a huge crash. The .com crash started. The Fed must have been raising interest rates, and the market crashed 48%. And then the market will start going up before the pivot, pricing it in, right? Because traders know it's coming. The market went up 41%, and then it crashed another, immediate 68% before a re-reef rally, 74% for another re-reef rally, and 80% before it finally started to recover over a long period of time. So if this continues to play out, this is what worries me. Is this playing out, and is this going to play out? So are we 10 years away from Bitcoin and crypto really showing crazy strength? If that's the case, as George would say over, strap in, strap on or whatever, strap on and just buy as much as you can over that 10-year period. If you're 30 now, you're going to be 40 on your yacht sipping Mai Tais. If you're 50, you're going to be like me. If you're 50-ish, you're going to be using your electric wheelchair to get on your yacht. But at least you'll be alive, hopefully, and you'll be rich. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, this time, what is different is we've already had, this is where the Fed pivoted and it went down a lot. So we've already had that and then it went down a lot. We've had that and then it went down a lot. But I will say the market it's not out of the question for the market to, we're in an uptrend overall. past few weeks. It doesn't feel like it right now, but we are in an uptrend. It won't be out of the question for this to have been the top, or we like it goes down a little bit and we get another little rally back up, and then we get, somewhere along here where it tops out around here, lower high. Like it could get back up to like even 12, almost. I mean, it could get up to 13,000, 13,005. Like this one all the way up to 13,078. We're looking at the NASDAQ. This can continue to go up. This is a very likely scenario, boys and girls. This can continue to go back up. Santa Claus rally, blah, blah, blah. Fed pivots late 2022, early 2023, and then boom, right? So I think this could be a very, very likely scenario. We go up to say right here, and then all right, you know what? We're gonna put it in. We're gonna go up. Nope, nope, nope. We're gonna go up, and then boom, like the last capitulation. Capo thinks it's coming this week. I don't think so, but I would love to get it over. So we get up to here, and then we have another nice 50%. So it's not out of the question. This whole Fed pivot thing's not out of the question. This line I've had here for well before. This line has been here since probably 2020. Like I've had this bitch here. Anyway, for all you people that have never been in a bear market, Retro, you've never, admit it, have you ever seen a down tick? Have you ever seen a market like this? Have you ever been a true Greenbeard in the house? How you doing, brother? You got that line too? Yeah, dude, this line is like, if this never happened, people would be happy right now. Like we would still, if this is where the market was right now, it would be considered like, yeah, United States is healthy. The economy, the market's good. What is kind of weird is that like, what's kind of weird to me is like Tesla's down massive, for example. All these stocks are down 50, 60% from their all-time highs, but they're also up like, I mean, in 2020, Tesla was $90 or I don't know, like $100. And then it went up to $2,000. Then it split 5-to-1. And then it went up to, so 2,000, then it went to 5-to-1. Then it split again. Then it went up to $1,000. So that's the equivalent of $5,000 a share. And then it split again. So like, it's crazy, right? It was $100 billion company, $120 billion company in 2020. Does it really go to a trillion plus valuation? Does that make sense? And now it's still at I don't know, like a $300 billion company. That makes a lot more sense, right? How does a company, as much as I love Tesla and as much as I think Tesla is going to be great, that line is where we should be. Yeah. I mean, we could be, I think it's not out of the question for us to be up like maybe right here, even like right here, but it's also not out of the question for us to be down here for a while. You know what I mean? So we'll see. It can be a long time. I'm just saying, prepare yourself one way or the other. I'm not seeing anything in the charts that says we should be blasting off the new all-time highs anytime soon, possibly even for like 10, 20 years. I don't know who that, I mean, this could be, it's also not out of the question for this to be the decline in the US. The whole petrodollar thing, it's not good. It's not good. We need to be making moves though for the future, whether it comes green energy, lithium, controlling lithium instead of worrying about controlling oil, things like that. We need to be playing 4D chess instead of checkers, and I think oil's checkers are leaning towards checkers right now. So, but there's still some valuable time. So, but during that transition, it could be a rocky road. It can be a rocky road. There's a lot of other things to consider. I think about these things all the time. For me, the hedge and my bet, and I could be wrong. My hedge, my bet is like I don't think it's out of the question for the US dollar. I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think it's out of the question for it to happen for the US dollar to lose its status of world reserve currency. They're coming at it. They're coming at it hard with I don't know, that Chinese, Indian, Brazil shit or whatever. I forget what it's called. Russia's coming at us hard. So they're coming at us, right? For me, I think Bitcoin is the safest place to be personally. The problem is it's volatile AF, and there's times where it's gut wrenching, and it will test you, right? We're currently being tested, and that test may go down a lot more. So I think it's the safest place to be, but it's sure as hell not the easiest place to be. Right now, the easiest place to be would still be the dollar, for the most part. And I got some dollars, I got some greenbacks, but those greenbacks are waiting to buy Bitcoin and they're waiting to buy Cardano. So I might be making a mistake. Um, some people win, some people lose at trying to get financial freedom. A lot more people lose than they that win. So I could be wrong. The odds are stacked against me, but I've taken my bet, right? And I have shown that I have the testicular fortitude to hold on while I'm wrong. Right now, I'm wrong. Right now, history is telling me I'm an idiot. I've been holding on to my Bitcoin. I've been holding on to my Ethereum. I've been holding on to my Cardano, and I'm getting my ass handed to me. But ultimately, I got that dummy strength that believes I'm going to be right. Uh, I'm the thing is it's disposable income, kinda. Like if I had to retire today, it's no longer disposable. You know what I'm saying? Greenbeard says the question is, will there be continuity between the US dollar system and the CBDC? Yeah, yes, but the government will push people towards everyone using this. They'll disincentivize using fiat. Let's just put it that way. You're going to get your tax returns in the CBDC. Their banks are probably going to pressure you to, like, instead of when you pay with shit like Zelle, you transfer money in Zelle to a friend, right? That shit's going to be in all that's going to transfer to CBDC, so the government knows what you're doing. Good or bad, I don't know. Like, it kind of like it would be interesting to me if we went to a CBDC, if it eliminated needing to do taxes. You know what I'm saying? Or it kind of eased up the like it just all built into the code. Like the code sees, and as long as the code's right and the code sees like this is what you've earned, this is what you owe in taxes, and you just kind of always have this like app that's running that says, okay, you're paying too much taxes right now. You can ease up, or hey, you're not paying enough taxes type shit, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to pay the exact amount of taxes you owe over time. You don't want to overpay because you're giving the government a free loan. You don't want to underpay because they can penalize you. And who the hell likes like I don't know, is there a way like say you buy something and then you could put into the code this is a business expense. So I guess taxes will still kind of be there. We'll be paying taxes. Yep. 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 Yeah, you're going to be paying taxes. You most money in the future will be CBDC. When you go to the grocery store, you're either going to pay by credit card or by your digital wallet in CBDC. They'll probably eliminate They will do everything they can to eliminate and disincentivize using cash. Cash is still going to be there for a long time because people can't. Well, maybe that'll change, right? Like, who knows what kind of rules and regulations are going to come about that? I mean, obviously, criminals, they'll continue to use like Bitcoin or Monero and shit like that. But the times are changing. They're going to change drastically. For me, that's another reason why most of my money's in crypto. Most of my money, I mean, I get paid in fiat, but I have a lot of money in Bitcoin. I have a lot of money in Ethereum. I have a lot of money in Cardano. I fully intend on using Midnight over on Cardano, the privacy coin. We'll see how that plays out. And if the IRS wants to come audit me, fine. I'll be able to press a button on Midnight that says, here you go. I'm not trying to skirt taxes, right? At the end of the day, I don't want the government to have too much control. But at the end of the day, I also don't really, you know what I mean? It's just like there's pros and cons to everything. So I don't have a tinfoil hat, but at the same time, there could be greed and corruption, right? So you know what I'm saying? Anyway. We got JT Tiger in the house. How you doing, brother? You're in CVNA? No, I don't know what CVNA is. I've never heard of it, so I have to assume it's a shit coin. It's garbage. I will do you the justice of looking it up, though. This is not a channel that where we like really spend a bunch of times looking at like coins no one's ever heard of, Momo coins, FOMO coins. We got our boy Retro, who is into that kind of stuff. He loves his shit coins. He loves FOMOing and Momoing into shit coins. I think he's in a few discords where there are a bunch of like, we used to be a very degenerate channel. Let's see, probably a fiat back CBDC. Dude, what's up, dude? And then Nixon moment where they just said, well, CBDC, deal with it. Yeah. Yeah. No, CBDC, it's going to be hard to get rid of fiat. It'll be a slow process. What, dude? What, bro? You admitted, like just yesterday, that you have a shitcoin problem. Like the words came out of your mouth. CVNA crypto. I am always on the lookout for. See, I'm a CC. I've been a CCNA, and that's kind of and a CCNP. That's kind of came to my mind when you said that. But there is no CC. What is CCV? Did you mean something? Oh, CVNA. Boo. Carvana. Oh, the stock? No, I'm not interested in Carvana at all. I've seen some news recently on Cardano that was not good. Are you in? Did I say Cardano? Carvana. I will say my boy Tom Sosnoff over at Tastyworks says the model didn't make sense to him. And if someone like Tom Sosnoff says something like that, I'm not interested. And with the price of used cars the way they are, that's probably going to start crashing back to reality soon. I'm not. No, if this is what you're talking about, let's see. I'm recommending it. I'm not recommending anything a strong buy right now. We just looked at a chart that said we could go down a lot more. All right, let's pop on over to Twitter, sip it on some Twitter, and see. I did retweet a tweet yesterday. I want to double back on. I wonder. You know what? Let's see what the TVL is in Indigo. Holy shit, boys! We talked about Indigo yesterday. This has 6.4 million TVL in under 24 hours. Hey, Retro, remember when you said Cardano was a ghost chain, doesn't have nothing on it? One of the first projects already has 6.4 million in TVL in under 24 hours. I kind of feel like I need to get in on this. Problem is, we over collateralize. I don't know that you can over collateralize with Cardano enough right now. If Bitcoin goes down, you can over collateralize with USDC, I guess. What about it? What about it, bro? This is a DeFi tomb rug. No, this isn't a tomb. I haven't. It's more like Anchor and are more like Mirror Protocol, but it doesn't do stocks. I don't fully understand it yet. I do want to spend some more time. You can get a circulating supply. Like I feel like let's do a little something. Open position of IUSD 300 Cardano would be like $100. Collateral rate be 185%. I want to over collateralize. So this would mean um let's see. Collateral amount 300. They make this math too hard. This gives me $50. So Cardano, 300 Cardano would have to go to like 10 cents. No, it'd have to go to like 17 cents for me to get liquidated. 17, 18 cents to get liquidated. But what do I get? So this is, you're putting up Cardano collateral. You're not really giving them, you're not spending the money. And I'm getting, so it's a lot like Anchor and Mirror combined. Pretty freaking dope. But we all know what happened with Anchor and Mirror and all these lending, whether it's, what was that rug pull on Harmony One? I really don't even remember. We bought the tokens. They have a train, something. God damn, Tranquil Finance. It's a lot like Tranquil Finance. You can put up. So do you earn Indy? All right. I understand that this, and it tells you it's significant risk. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to get, and you can buy Bitcoin with your Cardano. So you can go long Bitcoin with your Cardano. Yeah, it's pretty dope. So you can also hedge your positions. You can, let's see, we think Bitcoin's going to go down. So you can put up Cardano as collateral. I would rather put up IUSD as collateral. Like they need to add that as an option. And you probably can. You can put up IUSD as collateral, buy Bitcoin, then you would get IBTC. You would go sell that IBTC for more IUSD, and then you would loop IUSD back in. I know when Kurt watches this later, he's going to get a boner, right? I don't want to get liquidated. I just buy and hold Cardano on my ledger. No, nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing. I'm pretty much leaning towards that philosophy, but I do have a little bit of Cardano over here that I want to play with. This is the kind of stuff that these tools are amazing in a bull market, and you'll get your face melted in a bear market. But the people that are savvy enough can also hedge their position in a bear market. Another big risk, though, is there's DeFi risk, there's rug pull risk, there's hack risk. There's a lot of risk with these plays. I think over time, those risks will get shorter and shorter. So I'm just I want to use a small amount just to like continue to hone my skills, right? I by no means think anyone should put a lot of money into this. It should be a very, like, if you're going to do this, a very small amount. I'm looking to put like 50 or $100 over here. If I lose 50 or $100, it's going to be annoying, but I'll be okay. Anyway, this is a financial lending tool. All right, so IUSD, can I buy IUSD yet? Yesterday you couldn't, but I bet you can now. I wonder if I have to add the token. Oh, so now there's a stable coin on Cardano. You can put now. I don't know much about this stable coin. I'm much more excited for USDA that's coming up, one-to-one back fiat. This is probably just all backed on the protocol. So again, I wouldn't get too crazy here. But you could say, I think they need to add IATA. Or no, I guess you really don't need to do that because it's the asset. But they might come up with some cool things like they did with Tranquil Finance, where you could put it in a, what was that shit they had over there where you would lock up your double dip or whatever, you'd lock up your Harmony One into whatever they called it, and then you got 20% and blah blah blah. I mean, you lost all your money because they basically Harmony One got rugged. But you can convert you could, like, say you want to short Bitcoin. You could send Cardano over here just to get the money over, because you're not going to be able to get IUSD on Binance or whatever. You buy some Cardano on Binance or Coinbase, you send it over to Cardano. I don't even know if you can do that. I think you can on Coinbase. Yeah, you have, because I've done it recently. Send it over to Cardano. Convert that Cardano to IUSD. You take that IUSD, you put it up as collateral to buy Bitcoin. You can open a position. This only has ADA though, so maybe I'm wrong. So they need to change that. Like, you can only put up, I don't know if this is going to change, but you need to be able to put up IUSD as collateral, in my opinion. Right now, I don't really see a way to hedge against Bitcoin or hedge against Cardano and things like that. So I don't know if that's in the roadmap or whatever. Enter the amount of ADA. Maybe it's not, because, I mean, I don't know. Minimum total. But in a bull market, if you want to take some of your Cardano, I could see myself maybe doing this. Like, this would be a form of leverage trading. When I think the bull market's back on, we're going back into a bull run. I could see myself. See, it really annoys me. Maybe I'm missing it. It really annoys me that you can't use dollars. Like, I might put some dollars up to buy some Bitcoin. I don't know about putting Cardano up. That is significant risk, because altcoins move at a different beta. All right. Anyway, enough of that. See what's going on Twitter. I did kind of give them a snarky, hey man, how do you use this rug pull? They probably blocked me. All right. Profile, Diamond Nuts, 739. Did you know that it took 5 weeks? Yeah, so this guy said it took 5 weeks to finally hit the bottom. Once we started to capitulate in 2018, then it was 4 months of boring PA before we saw the first. What is PA? We barely started in week 2. So according to Bleeding Crypto, we're in week 2 of the FTX capitulation. And then there's going to be 4 months. But we're only in week 2, and we got like 3 more weeks to go of downward momentum. So this was the thread I wanted to look at. If DCG, digital, what does the C stand for? Currency. Digital Currency Group is indeed the entity that owes $1 billion to Genesis, we are effed. I don't think this is the case. But they basically Bear is directly threatened because Grayscale is a subsidiary, and in a default from the parent, all subsidiary assets can be garnished. I don't know if a ETF can be considered a subsidiary asset. You think that would be protected in one way or another? Because it's not. Is it really an asset? You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert here. At its peak, blah was 10 billion valuation. Post investors are terrified of crypto. There's a real risk to yeah, there is a real risk to advocate for crypto right now. Everybody who believed has been proven wrong. Currently, that's mostly the case. So no one's wanting to put their like high-paying CEO job at risk, right? Unless you're Michael Saylor, right? Michael Saylor can use it, but like if you were a CEO at a major bank or hedge fund making 100,000, well, I mean the secretaries make. If you're making half a million, multi-millions, tens of millions a year, like, do you really want to stick your neck out for crypto? You might believe in it, but are you willing to stick your neck out for crypto right now? I mean, I probably wouldn't. What if they can't find a buyer? I don't think that'll be the case. The only route is to unwind Grayscale. If they unwind it, they have to give the funds back, right? I think. I don't know. Is this like a bankruptcy? If Tesla goes bankrupt, you lose the money. But I don't really know. We got any SEC lawyers or whatever? Like I used to know a couple. There was Sean, the head of the SEC. Oh wait, that was on the show Suits. I guess he doesn't count, but he was like the main SEC lawyer. He also played a bad guy in Justified. If you've never watched Justified, that's a great show. The problem with buying Grayscale is it comes with reputational risk. And we just kind of touched on that. Who would want to buy? I would risk buying Grayscale. I take that back. Like if I was at a like BlackRock, BlackRock will they'll pay $1 billion for Grayscale or or whatever. Let's see. If Grayscale is to unwind, this unleashes about 10 billion of selling pressure. That would not be good. I don't think that's going to be the case. I guess that's true though. If they unwind, I guess the clients will get their money back, but in order to, they're going to get their money back by selling the Bitcoin. I don't even know how you do that without. You would never get the 10 billion because the selling pressure would drive the price to like nothing. I almost kind of I don't even know if I should say this. I almost kind of, no, I don't want this to happen. It would be bad. This is because by mandate in dissolving the trust, they will sell the BTC and return USD. But will that money go to the people or the people that are owed money? Hence, there will be 600K BTC that gets unloaded to the market. I mean, didn't Luna unleash like 10 billion of BTC on the market? I thought it was a ridiculous amount like that. Selling 15 million of ETH, selling 25 yesterday took ETH from 1220 to 1120. Imagine what 10 billion in BTC can do. How much did Luna sell? I thought they had 10 billion in Bitcoin. I think there's a lot more buying pressure that might step in. I mean, at a certain point, buyers will step in. I know I will. Silvergate has 3 billion of BTC. This is also at risk of liquidation. 1.5 in a lending program. To conclude, if DCG does indeed owe 1 billion and it has no way to turn off or cut or preserve the Grayscale biz, Barry is also unlikely to get any white knight to commit 1 billion in such market conditions. If GBTC gets unwound, we have 10 billion of BTC to sell. 2LDR, yes, the seller found coins again. Binance already turned them down. I feel like someone will step in for Grayscale. Someone like BlackRock or Fidelity. Fidelity has an ETF. Like they'll just merge that shit and continue. Like maybe this is a 4D chess with Fidelity. Like maybe some of these banks are behind what's going on so that they could take over the Grayscale trust I mean, Fidelity can combine it with whatever they have that they're trying to get passed by the SEC, and they'll say, "Hey, this OTC garbage ETF that you were worried about is no longer at risk. It's handled by a very prestigious bank," and so we see a lot of pain while that happens. But then the next bull run, we have a fully featured ETF, and it's off to the races. I could see that playing out, right? So the bigger the capitulation, the more I do this with my mandibles. Isn't that what praying mantises have? Ooh, my precious. I can't wait to buy more Bitcoin and Cardano. Anyway, that was an interesting tweet. Let's see if anything else is happening in crypto Twitter. We'll take a quick look at the prices. It's official. Jed will launch in Cardano. That's old news. Old news. Oh, that's 18 hours though. Action required. Cardano community ahead of the next bull run. No ADA Twitter account can have less than 3K followers. Follow me. I follow you. I hate those. I did that with Flu and he rug pulled me. All right. I'm gonna see. No, I'm not gonna get. I want organic. No, at Nostradamus on Twitter. I do plan on getting Blue verified. I do plan on using Twitter more. I know a lot of people are shitting on Twitter. I disagree with all the lemmings that are saying all the bad things about Twitter, saying all the bad things about Elon Musk. At the end of the day, the best, most straightforward news comes out on Twitter. You can't get the real news on any other media outlet. This is the best place to go for the news. I know a lot of people hate Elon Musk. I'm not a big fan of him spending all this time on Twitter, but he's going to turn this ship around. Actually, Twitter has more activity. It keeps breaking records, and I think he's going to make Twitter great again. Jack Dorsey still involved. I love me some Jack Dorsey. Chad Knight in the house. How you doing, brother? We just looked at Indigo Finance. I'm pretty excited about that over on Cardano. You might want to go back and watch early on in the stream because I did give you a hard time. Have you ever seen an uptick? I mean, have you ever seen a downtick, Chad Knight? Have you ever seen a downtick in the market before November of 2021? You came out of the womb basically in a bull market. 2000, like you were probably being born about the time the dot-com crash, but you didn't come out of the womb looking at the charts. And your ass was probably playing Super Mario Kart during the 2008 crash. So have you ever actively traded a downtick until the last? And we talked about some very, very real hard data on how the bottom's probably not in. So and I'm not talking about just what Capo has to say. We looked at the chart. We looked at historical data when the Fed pivots, and True Greenbeard, a seasoned veteran, agrees with me. That guy's seen a downtick, unlike you. I can tell because he brings up words like Nixon. He might have been on this earth a few more revolutions than me, even because I don't remember. I mean, I remember Nixon, but I don't remember Nixon. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm glad to see you here, Chad Knight. We need some Kurt. We need some Casca. I'd love to see Nigel back in the house. I'd love to see Nimrod coming around. I'd love to see Baby Pleb, although he probably doesn't like me anymore because I don't like Harmony One. Who else are some of the old G's we haven't seen in a while? Man, I tell you what, man, there used to be this guy that used to come around. His name was Saint Gang Gang. I remember like the last thing he said in chat. Man, I just afraid that guy might have died or something because he was amazing. Like he was one of the original OGs, and he just like one day he's like, "I love this channel. I love being a subscriber," and then I never saw him again. So I don't know, man. Saint Gang Gang, I hope you're still out there. He was a bit of a, I could tell he was a bit like, anyway. Let's see. Who? Saint, you don't know him, bro. Saint Gang, his name was Saint ST Gang Gang. right? You actually remind me of him in many ways, but there was times. No, he's not Ukrainian, bro. Like you would have to go back to some early streams. He was an amazing bro. And like I said, you kind of remind me of him at times. There were times because Saint Gang Gang would be like he didn't want anyone to know where he lived and things like that. He was very, very protective of all that. So I thought maybe you was him for a minute. And saying I'm still not 100% convinced that Saint Gang Gang didn't change his name to Retro. It's about the time Saint Gang Gang disappeared, you popped in. You know what I'm saying? So are you Saint Gang Gang? No, because this was early on in the bull run, so I don't think he got wrecked. I don't think he did, man. Again, I fear for the worst. I fear for the worst. I hope Saint Gate Gang. I miss you, brother. I miss you. He was an old original G. There's some other older like T Stout, and I'm pretty sure T Stout was around before you. Um. Anyway, he would have never made it and bounced without saying goodbye. There's no chance, bro. There's no chance, in my opinion. I could be wrong. In my 70, in my job at Bitcoin was my 7-year-old mother-in-law called asking if my job at Bitcoin was okay. Uh, you know what? I almost made the title today, Bitcoin Maximalists Are Right. I'm leaning towards becoming a Bitcoin maximalist, a Bitcoin and Cardano maximalist. But I will say the reason I say this is because Bitcoin maximalists are kind of right. The problem is you don't know outside of Bitcoin what's going to survive. Right. I firmly believe in DeFi. I firmly believe in Web3. I firmly believe layer ones, there will be layer ones to succeed. The problem is you just don't know which one. If Bitcoin fails, it's all screwed, in my opinion. The biggest takeaway from the Cardano summit, people in Cardano are more important than the tech of Cardano. Everyone I met at the summit has a personal story that connects them to Cardano. Do I have a personal story that connects me to Cardano? I don't know. And that's what makes Cardano resilient and unique. It's bi-weekly. That's my boy Jason at Three Peaks Trading. Bi-weekly at 225, a nice lotto upside play for the rest of the week. I don't buy options. That is conflicted. Okay. The Cardano summit was absolutely amazing. I didn't watch it, but I do think some amazing things came out of it. Everyone should buy Bitcoin in one. This guy's an idiot. Everyone should buy Bitcoin. Everyone should stay the hell away from one. Oh my goodness. I wonder how many subscribers I've lost because I've been shitting on one. Dude, like what Kool-Aid are you what hopium are you sipping on Harmony One? Harmony One is done, dude. It's done. Just in, Sam Bankman-Fried's parents purchased 19 properties worth 121 million in the Bahamas. Okay. That's not a good look. A lot of people are demanding Sam Bankman's arrest. The problem is, it's a very complicated. Like, what laws did he break? Crypto's unregulated. The people really letting us down are the politicians. They continue to let us down. And a lot of you morons out there keep crying like, oh, the Bitcoin needs to be like no government regulation. There's people out there that firmly believe Bitcoin should not be unregulated. Okay. When they don't cry, like those same people probably aren't putting their money on FTX. Well, no, there's some of those dummies that would, but if there's no regulation, it's going to continue to be the wild, wild west. And this, like, I don't know. You can't have your cake and eat it too. No, you can't eat your cake and have it too, is how that's supposed to be said. Anyway, I'm not going to continue on that rampage because I could do that all day long. Elon is working on a crypto wallet for Twitter. Um, yeah, but it's going to be Doge related. CV invested 500. I don't believe any of this. Like, you can't believe anything said on Twitter right now. The writing is on the walls. Crypto and NFTs are coming to Twitter in a big way. All 300 people will be able to use the Web3. I kind of. That stuff I retweeted. I retweeted that. I don't know how true this is, though. Brad Mills sold half his Bitcoin at 30. Lost more and blah, blah, blah. Um, let's see. This guy, crypto. Ada could nuke to zero and Cardano MFers would just continue vibing, fam. For real, no cap. Okay. I don't know. Big Matic news today, 2 hours. I bet that got Retro's ears to perk up. Update for earn customers. Breaking news. Update from earn customers on Genesis. TLDR, you're fucked. This remains our highest priority. We great patience. As previously stated, this does not impact any other Gemini products. Gemini should be held accountable. Earlier in the stream, I said things like, even though I don't really like Meet Kevin annoys me, Andre Jick's okay, Jeremy Lefebvre's okay, Graham Stephan's okay. They all annoy. Well, anyway, they shouldn't be held accountable for FTX. Kevin O'Leary, I'm not sure. Maybe he should be held accountable. Gemini most certainly should be held accountable for anything lost in the earn. They promoted earn hard. I don't know that they really let the customers know the risk. I don't really know that they did enough due diligence. But again, this is unregulated, right? Did Gemini really do enough to make sure customer funds were protected? In my opinion, Gemini should be at major risk for like class action lawsuit by the people, no different than Celsius and all that, right? And I would imagine these funds are gone unless Gemini or Genesis somehow magically gets, now they just want 500K. They think like Sam Bankman-Fried, they can turn that 500K back into, you know what I'm saying? So this is a very bad situation, and I don't know if Gemini can withstand what could be coming if they can't get these earned funds back. So if you're on Gemini, and I know this is going to sting a little bit for Kurt, as he loves the CryptoVisor. I know he loves me more. I watch CryptoVisor. I like him, but he kind of still believes Gemini solid. I don't know, bro. I really don't. Gemini is at huge risk here. Huge risk. All right, let's move on. If you have your money on Gemini, I'd probably get it the F out. Everyone bounces in a bull trap. Second part of the you keep promising, bro. Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. Sam Bankman-Fried's parents bought 1 billion of client funds are still missing in FTX. I thought it was more like 8 billion. 70 million was traced to a political campaign donations. Is this? We're trying to paint the Democrats as using FTX to, like, do we really, like, is there really people out there that believe that the Democrats, this is a huge Democrat conspiracy to funnel money to pay for their campaign? Like, like I love a good conspiracy, I love a good conspiracy theory to laugh at, but even like, what? Do I think Sam Bankman-Fried is guilty? Do not get it twisted when I'm saying. Of course, Sam Bankman-Fried is guilty. I don't know if he's the one that pulled the strings. I don't know if someone else, and he's just the fall guy. I don't know, right? My best guess is he was been known as this super trader that made a lot of money in crypto, and he started losing, and he started losing bad. He thought he could trade his way out of it. He made some bad decisions, borrowed client funds, and discovered no one no one intelligent creates a Ponzi scheme on purpose because they all get caught. I wonder about that. Oh, my throat's really getting all right. So I wonder, like, if there ever been successful Ponzi schemes where they haven't got caught. There ever been times in history where someone pulled a Sam Bankman-Fried, they traded their way out, and they put the money back? Probably. We just don't know, right? So I can't say everyone gets caught. Maybe there's some people that pulled off a Ponzi, not intentionally for it to be a Ponzi, right? Maybe even Madoff thought he could eventually get the money back and put it all back. I mean, I don't know, right? Who the hell knows? Anyway, let's move on. Imagine if this is the bottom. Yeah, tiny. A lot of people like SETI are imagining that. Where are the Cardano OGs? Coinbaro, there are going to be a lot of awkward Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Crypto people, just don't even go to your thing. Don't even go home. Don't go home for Thanksgiving. Don't go home for Christmas. If you were one of those crypto people that never STF you about Bitcoin or Ethereum, just prepare yourself. You're gonna have people mad at you because you talk them into buying and you bought it, or you're gonna have people ridiculing you because you wouldn't shut up about it. You were the guy that's like, I told you to buy Bitcoin when Bitcoin was, going from the 20 to 40 to 60 to 70,000. Cardano was going from 15 cents to $3. Ethereum was going from 400 to 5,000. I told you the whole way up. I told you. You finally get them to buy in at like the top, and now they're down massive. Or just simply they didn't buy in, and now they're like, I told you. I told you you were an idiot. Retro. See what I did there? I told you you were an idiot. Retro. Tell me that's not condescending. Yesterday we had a poll. God damn it. I forgot to do a poll today. Yesterday we had a poll. Who was it? Someone kept making, SETI kept making comments. This is the bottom, Tom. Bitcoin, this is, he kept ending the comment with my name. And I told him not to do that because it's condescending. And we had a poll. 30% of the people agreed with me that when you end a statement with the person's name, it's condescending, and 70% were wrong. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this wrapped up. It's 8:04 a.m. I bet if I look, there's like no one watching. Retro tells me not to look at the numbers, but it says there's 2 people. All right. Bitcoin just in South Korea to mandate Bitcoin and crypto exchanges, keep customer deposits separate. Should be standard in every country. I agree. Litecoin. Litecoin's what? Like Bitcoin? It slayed Bitcoin? I don't know about that. Uniswap? I don't. Solana? Yeah, I'll give you that one. Shiba Inu? It's knocking on Shiba. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Savannah Hernandez. 2 years ago, decided to ban me without reason after president for 2 years has been banned from this platform. Thank you. Yeah, everyone should have a voice. I have a friend that gets really mad at Joe Rogan because who he allows on his platform. I don't have a problem with it. Everyone should have a voice. Your voice is really similar to Michael Saylor. I've never been told that before. Maybe at times. Bitcoin days since having this is historically the optimal time to allocate to Bitcoin. His story doesn't mean shit. Talking about Sailor. What about him? Waiting for him to rope. You've been saying that term lately. Is rope something that they say in that degenerate Discord you're in? Does that mean rope? Like you're trying to rope? You're trying to rodeo rope your bag and rope it in? Does that mean you're trying to, like, for me, rope is kind of like, is that what that means? I'm just assuming. Trying to put, trying to rope. Does that mean or does that mean you're waiting for him to like get margin called? Does that mean he got hog-tied and it's the end? Waiting. So wrecked is, well, I know what, I don't know what, I don't need you to explain what wrecked is, bitch. Although I've never seen it spelled with a W. You gonna explain pwn to me next? Like going bankrupt. So roped is getting margin called. Now rope. Okay. Today TIL. I mean that's kind of like roping a calf, right? You rope the calf and it's over for the calf. But it could also mean you roped in a bag, right? There's two ways. So rope means you got wrecked. Wait, wrecked? You got wrecked. I mean, what's the difference between wrecked and rope? Oh, rope is like suicide? Like hanging yourself? Man, this is some complicated lingo here. You ain't. Oh, so if you get roped, you're not. So you think Sailor's gonna get roped? I don't think he's gonna get roped. More importantly, why would you want him to get roped? Sailor gets roped. It's in the days. Like his true liquidation level, we learned yesterday, if it's true, it's like $400. SBF is definitely roped. I don't think Sailor's in a position like SBF. Sailor, I don't even think Sailor can get wrecked. I mean, of course he can, but I don't think he will. A huge CRV shorter borrowed 20 million CRV from Ave and transferred 10 million to OKEC. He has lent 37 to what? Who cares? I mean, I guess it probably means something. ETH is up 3% today. That's kind of soothing to watch. This is the only way we can flush out the system and make truly wife changing. I don't know if wife changing was intentional, but that's some baller ass shit. Yeah, I need some wife changing gains. I don't have a wife, but I need some wife changing gains. I need a couple sweet honey dips on the side, you know what I'm saying? Hanging off each arm. Does my Bitcoin bag make my dick look big? Is what I'm going to be doing when I roll up my Ferrari. Let's see. Sinbad. That guy's still alive. Sinbad appreciates over the last 2 years. Is he like in bad health? Like I don't know. A few VCs I've spoken to said within a minute that decentralization is the buzzword, the rationale. Why wouldn't we short? Let's see. I don't. I have. All right. Look. All right. So this is some Pavia, bro. I saw Pavia and I just wanted to move on. I've had a number of conversations with VCs over the last few months. When we mentioned we are building on Cardano, they have winced and said, "Ooh, no thanks. We may be in the business of risk, but not risk upon risk." Let that sink in. Yeah, VCs don't like Cardano because they couldn't get in the ICO. Let that sink in. One of the reasons why Cardano is still so strong, retro, because they didn't let VCs in on the beginning. That's one of the reasons they don't have contagion risk right now. It was a truly public thing, IPO or whatever. Huge congratulations. I agree to Indigo Protocol. I would like to be able to use IUSD as collateral. What's going on there? Let's see. At Indigo. At Indigo. Is there plans to add the ability to use IUSD as collateral? Hopefully I spelled that right. Is there? It should be are there. Oh, grammar Nazis attack me. Holy shit, boys. We got 4 likes today. Dat DK in the house. How you doing, brother? Dat DK, one of my Rust comrades. Let's see. Many altcoins. Good morning. This guy shows up to Thanksgiving dinner. Bulls get motivated and arrogant for a tiny bounce. Bottom is not in yet, we know. Given that 60, same dude. CZ met with investors in Abu Dhabi last week in an effort to raise cash for a crypto industry recovery fund. Interesting. Dr. Profit hates bears. All right. This is pretty much it. Despite the recent FTX contagion, we've come to learn the truth. Cardano is decentralized from corruption. Preach, brother. Preach. All right, let's get a market recap. And we're going to wrap this shit up. It's going good, brother. How's it going for you? NASDAQ. Ooh, NASDAQ went green. NASDAQ's pumping, so Bitcoin's probably pumping. NASDAQ's now up 60. It was down like 30. E-mini S&P's up 28. It's up a little bit more. Bond. So we're having a little bit of a nothing burger rally right now. Let's see how it's affecting crypto. More bull trap, I would assume. Bitcoin 16,200. Setting up for a nice little bull trap. Ethereum 1129. Cardano back over 31 cents. Solana trying to break $12, but it's on a collision course to zero. The rest of the coins, who freaking cares? That's my time. You've been great. I may or may not stream tonight. We'll see if the mood strikes me. Worst case, I'll be back. It's going. Let's see. It's going. It's going. I heard about the free shit. I was like, what free shit, bro? Freezing's bad over here because it like kills orange crops and shit. But they get like cannons and things. Anyway, that's my time. You've been great. I will be back. Worst case, 6:30 a.m. PST. Be there. You're in F Square. Love you all. Peace. RTX. Oh, F. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's old news. Yep. Freeze. Yeah, that shit. You had your funds in FTX. You're fucked. You're fucked. Anyway. And the awkward